everybody. Today we're going to talk about tattoos and body piercings. Have you ever looked at a tattoo or a body piercing and thought, wow, that's amazing art. I wonder what went into that. Or have you looked at it and thought, why would you do that? By the end of our time together today, you'll understand what a tattoo or a body piercing is, health, safety, and acceptance versus consequences. Not only do I have tattoos and body piercings, I've also done research on the subject in preparation to talk about our time today. There's more to tattooing and body piercing than meets the eye. So today we're going to talk about three main points. What is a body piercing and a tattoo? What health and safety go along with tattoos and body piercings? And social acceptance and consequences of having them. What is a tattoo? WebMD tells us that a tattoo is the introduction of pigment into the skin with tiny punctures using a needle into the dermis. Also, WebMD tells us that body piercing is the placement of holes in the body other than the ears for placement of jewelry. Health and safety. Let's talk a little bit about the health and safety. Body piercings and tattoos are a big decision, so we want to make sure we're prepared. They're a lifetime commitment, so do your due diligence. Research your piercer or your artist. Are they licensed? Are they certified? Some states require certifications, others do not. There is an association of professional piercers, and all piercers and tattoo artists usually have a bloodborne pathogen certification. You're going to want to visit your location. Is it licensed if your state requires it? The state of Michigan does require every facility to be licensed. That's per the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. When you arrive at the location, is it clean? Bottom line is this is a medical procedure. You wouldn't visit a dirty doctor's office. Make an appointment and meet your artist. Ask about the process, the risk of the tattoo or the piercing. Talk about safety precautions. Ask about the clean and sterile environment. Also, look around and make sure it is a clean and sterile environment. Are they using sterile needles? Do they have a good prep for aftercare for you? What's your risk of infection? Ask about possible allergic reactions to the ink or to the metal in the jewelry. You're also going to want to view their work. Ask for references. Have they won any awards? Do they have a website, a Facebook page, an Instagram page? You can go on any of those pages, and any reputable artist will have a following of clients that are making comments and talking about that artist's work. Do your personalities jive with the artist? Does he or she listen to your ideas? After all, this is your body, and you're going to want somebody who's going to be understanding to your needs. Do you trust the person? You have to build trust when you're making this decision because, again, it is a huge decision. Any reputable artist or piercer out there will take the time to sit down and talk to you. Now on to my final point. Social acceptance and the consequences. Let's talk about judgment. Human beings are judgmental on sight. In the op-ed debate article, Body Art, Self-Expression, or Mutilation by All Africa, they state that experimenting with body art does not make one a lesser person. People always seem to frown at tattoos. Some even associate them with wayward behavior, but the fact is, people who have done the worst things in this world are not necessarily the ones drowning in body art. It's actually the opposite. It seems that the stereotype is that tattooed and pierced people are prone to be the problematic ones, or uneducated, when in all reality it really isn't the case. People can be very tattooed and very educated. Let's talk about employment. Yes, it could affect your dream job that you desperately want. Again, human beings are judgmental by sight. In the same article by All Africa, they state that never have I seen anyone successful because they have a tattoo. But I know people who have failed to land their dream jobs because of a weird tattoo they have, simply because human beings judge on appearance first. So now remember, tattoos are a choice. And most of the people that already have them have made a career choice, probably a career choice that is accepting of them. Or they have a plan to cover them up, or a plan to accept the fact that maybe that dream job won't hire them. Now on to the last thing, self-expression or mutilation. That's always the million-dollar question when it comes to what people think about body piercing and tattoos. In the same op-ed debate article, Body Art, Self-Expression or Mutilation, by All Africa, they state, body art is, of course, self-expression. I can't even begin to imagine why anyone would call it mutilation. Some people will argue you don't need to make drawings on your body to express yourself. And maybe they have a point, but what they forget is that people are different, and they most definitely use different channels and different ways to say something. So what it basically boils down to is a person's personal opinion and their personal choice, nothing more. In conclusion, I'd like to say that there's definitely more to tattooing and body piercing than meets the eyes. And today we've talked about what tattooing and body piercing is, some health and safety factors involved in it, and the possible social acceptance versus consequence. So I'll leave you with this. Let's always remember to not judge a book by its cover, and that there is more to tattoos and piercing than truly meets the eye.
Very good, Rachel. Very good. Did anybody